In this video we have a look at how to determine the distance between 2 points in the Cartesian plane. To determine the formula for this, let's start by labeling our points as follows. We'll call our 2 points A and B, and we'll give the coordinates for A as x1, y1, so basically the first point, and B can be x2, y2. Now, to determine the distance, what we'll do is we'll create a right-angled triangle, and we'll look at the horizontal distance first. We can see that x1 and x2 match the values on the x-axis, and we can work out a horizontal distance of the triangle that way. And likewise, we can do the same on the vertical side of our triangle. We can mark in y1 and y2 on the y-axis, matching the coordinates given for points A and B. So going back to our triangle, we can identify the horizontal distance as the difference between the x values, that's x2 minus x1, and the vertical distance will be y2 minus y1. Now we can incorporate the Pythagoras formula to work out what is the hypotenuse, in this case d, and that's the distance between the 2 points. So the distance squared will equal the square of x2 minus x1 plus the square of y2 minus y1. And then to work out the distance, we'll take a square root of what's on the right hand side, and that's our distance formula between 2 points. Let's have a look at an example where we need to find the distance between the points negative 1, 3 and 2, negative 4. The first thing we should do in a problem like this is label our points x1, y1 and x2, y2. That will allow us to substitute into the formula and make sure that we get the correct values. A common mistake at this stage is to mix up the x and y values and also the different points. So in our formula, we have x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared inside the square root. So x2 is 2 and we're subtracting negative 1 and that's all squared. And for the y values it's negative 4, subtract 3 and that's all squared. Now we can simplify the first bracket. 2 take negative 1 is 3, so we're squaring 3. And negative 4 take 3 is negative 7, and then we're squaring that as well. The squares of those numbers inside the square root give us 9 plus 49, and that gives us as an exact answer a distance of the square root of 58. Now if we want to work out that approximately, it comes to 7.62 units to 2 decimal places.